Hello, welcome to the Lockdown Diaries, day 9 I think we're on now. My name is Anakin and I live in the southwest of England where we are on full lockdown now. You're only allowed to leave the house to do essential errands like shopping and stuff, and post parcels and that kind of thing. And we're allowed to go outside for one form of exercise a day. So I've been for my walk today and I've been to the post office and I've been to a couple of shops and I spent more time queuing for those shops than I did actually inside the shops, but that's the way life is at the moment. I decided to learn brioche. So I bought a book to learn brioche knitting probably at least 5 years ago. I bought it around Christmas time and the plan was to kind of teach myself brioche over Christmas. This was before brioche knitting became really popular, and I didn't get around to doing it and I've just been putting it off ever since. And as I've seen brioche become more and more popular, I keep being asked if I can teach brioche workshops. Most of the places where I teach have asked me at some point if I can teach brioche workshops and I keep saying no, sorry, I don't know how to do it. So last week when I saw that Robin Weldon was running a brioche knit along, it's called the Brioche Lockdown Brioche School or something. I haven't got I've got today's version of the pattern, but I haven't got the original, the first page, but Lockdown Brioche School or something like that. I'll put the link in the description to this video on YouTube. I will put the link on, because I'm hoping to upload this to IGTV as well, and I will put the link there, but it's not a clickable link, so I don't know how helpful that's going to be, but I'll put the link in the YouTube video. So I cast on. It said if you're using DK you need about 6 centimeters. I had two skeins of Knit by Numbers by John Arbon. It's 100% pure merino and they are just so soft and gorgeous. I had 2 skeins in DK that I got from a yarn story in Bath earlier this year. I actually, when I bought it, thought it was 4-ply. I didn't realise when I bought it that it was DK. So I wasn't quite sure what to use it for, so I decided to use that because there's quite a good contrast between them. So that's what one side looks like. And that's the other side. So he suggested if you were doing DK to cast on I think 65 stitches. I actually went with 45 because you have to do in I think repeats of 20 I think it said, because I thought 65 would just be too wide and I might not have enough to make it long enough. I am considering whether I ought to get another ball. It did say at least 2 colours, so maybe I will order another ball, maybe a pink or something different to mix in here. I don't know, I haven't quite decided yet. I thought I would start with what I've got and see how I get on. So I've never done brioche before. I've done a basic fisherman's rib, which is similar to basic one colour brioche. So you start off with just a 1 colour brioche at the bottom, and then you do a few rows in 1 colour, then you change colour, and then you change colour again, and then you start doing very basic 2 colour brioche, which is fine. Managed to master all that. That's fairly easy. So the next the second lesson, so it's divided into lessons. So that was lesson 1. I haven't quite finished it. I got to do 6 inches. I haven't measured that one, but it's not quite 6 inches yet, I don't think. So today lesson 2 came out, so I downloaded it and printed it off, and I must admit it does look a lot more difficult. It's lesson 2 is syncopated brioche. I don't know what that is yet because I haven't actually read it yet, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what that's like. So I am looking forward to having a look at that this evening. I spent a lot of time yesterday evening knitting on this, and today I'm trying to make some progress on a couple other projects, but I will probably spend an hour or so this evening working on that. So trying to not be daunted by it. So far it's not too difficult, but I'm quite enjoying learning something new. It's been a while since I've learned a completely new technique like that, so I am enjoying that. Also, I've been doing a little bit of work on my mystery knit along. I've edited the video for the part 2 and I just need to read through the pattern for part 2 again and just make sure try and make sure there aren't any errors in it. So I will probably release part 2 tomorrow. My original plan was Friday, but I think I'll probably try and do tomorrow, Thursday. So I've actually started on part 3. So I will show you a little sneak peek of what it's like. So the grey bit is part 1. And then this pink wedge is part 2, which is short rows. And now I've started part 3, which has got lace in it. I hadn't actually planned to carry on with part 3 in the grey, but I can't, because then I won't have enough grey for the end of the project. So for those of you doing the mystery knit along, there'll be more about that when I release part 3. So I'm thinking about doing part 2 tomorrow, Thursday, and then part 3 maybe Saturday, Sunday, or latest Monday. We'll see how I get on with this today. Anything else? Let's see what else has happened. So I got a copy of the new issue of the knitting magazine arrived in the post today. So I got a pattern in this issue, and it's the first pattern I've had in knitting magazine for a few years. So I'm quite excited about that. There are 19 spring knits in this one apparently. Some beautiful patterns. It's got a very kind of spring summer vibe, very bright, fresh colours. I've only had like a quick flick through it. There's some really nice patterns in here and some interesting articles and reviews. And I'll show you my contribution. So that is my cardigan in this issue. Really nice, easy, interesting cardigan to knit. It's got rib. So that's a rib pattern with kind of diagonal eyelet lines, and then on the sleeves, the way the shaping works is it creates this kind of diagonal rib, which is quite interesting, I think. So it's got a lot going on there, and I quite like it. I used a cotton, I can't remember whether it was cotton or wool cotton. I think it's wool cotton yarn I hadn't used before. I'm just going to have a quick flick through and see if I can find it, because I can't remember what it's called. So the yarn I used was Navita wool cotton, which is a yarn from Finland. It wasn't a yarn I'd ever used before. So some more photos here, so you can see at this top one, you see the detail for the sleeve, and then that's the back. So yeah, really enjoyed knitting that. I did that in January, I think it was. So that's out. And also, I assume that's, I don't know whether this is in the shops this week or next week, but look out for that. It is issue 206. And then I also got some more copies of my book, Easy Lace Knits, today. So there are more books on the website. I'm actually going to do a little live in my Facebook group in a minute, where I'm going to take people through, just kind of show people the book, because we've had loads of new members lately. So that's all I wanted to share today. I hope you enjoyed that. Tell me if you've tried brioche knitting before. Do you enjoy it? Did you struggle with it? Are you taking part in this lockdown brioche school? If not, why don't you go and download the pattern? It's free, so you can go and download it and then take part. It's not my pattern, it's by Robin Weldon. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put the link below. Anyway, I hope you have a good day, and I will see you next time.